Hello everyone, it's Lado. This is me in real life, just sitting in a go-kart, quite clearly. Yeah, I am at Three Sisters Raceway. It's a few minutes away from where I live, and I set out to have a goal. I've raced this track before. My best time around this track is 53.6 seconds. So 53.6 seconds is the best time I've managed to get around this track. Now, I want to put into contrast that other people that I know have managed to get around this track in 50 seconds. So I am 3 seconds a lap down to pretty much most of the people I know. I want to blame that on weight. You know, I am a heavy guy. I'm 17 stone, and quite a lot of the people I know are around the 10 stone mark. So that is a hefty chunk. However, evidence has showed that it's really tenths of a second that you lose with weight. My plan is to just get better. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to apologise for the camera angle and the camera shakiness. There's not really much I can do about that, I'm afraid. The track won't let you use a helmet cam because of, well, that's the reason why poor old Michael Schumacher is the way he is, sadly. So new rules have been put in place that we can't use a helmet cam. So I've got a shoulder cam. I suppose it's different, but it works. They allow it, so I'm happy with that. It just means that it's a bit more shaky. We could have put a camera on the front of the car, but you will see in the future, not in this video, that putting the camera on the front isn't the best idea. So what I'm doing now is I am just trying to get the best lap I can as possible, and letting other people go past. See, that is actually Hyper there. He's got his fair race colours, and you can see across his back it does say TMDC Hyper if it wasn't so absolutely bloody shaky. Again, can't do anything about that, which I apologise. But the point is that I'm trying to get decent apexes, unlike what I've just done. We all know I am a novice. I am a complete beginner. I'm 31 years. I'm going to be 32 soon, and I'm just this year coming into all of this kind of stuff. Is it too late for me? No, but I want to learn, and I'm only going to learn through doing. So that is the actual plan. That is something that I'm really looking forward to doing, trying to get into all of these sort of tight apexes. So my plan wasn't to go in balls out, because the way it works is that we don't know our lap times until we finish this kind of session. And the thing is that last time I was doing it, I was going full send. I got that 53 seconds by just planning it into corners, and I've had advice to say, well, that's not what you should be doing. If you're hearing the tyre squeal and things like that, then the tyre squealing is just you're scrubbing off speed. So my plan here was to take it easier, brake a lot more, try and get that slow entry speed, fast exit speed, and in my mind I was actually doing alright. But now that I'm watching myself, okay, I get nice on the left there, I stay on the right. You can hear me when I put my foot down nice and early for this corner. This right is actually quite an open right, so you can actually put your foot down relatively early into this one. So I am trying to stay on the racing line as much as I can, and as much as I know. I'm a beginner. You think you know what the racing line is until you don't, really. So my plan was to try and brake nice and early, come round wide, get that late apex, not like that. You think, it's so weird. It's like, we're not going fast. We're not going particularly fast. I think we're getting about 40 miles an hour down the straight, if around that sort of area. So we're not going fast. It's a clear day. There's no one around me. Yet I seem to completely forget what the hell I'm doing. It doesn't help as well, and this is going to be another one of my racing excuses, that I did go-karting 2 days ago. You will see later on that I really start to feel it. My lower back was halfway through the session, because this is a 20-minute session, and you don't think that's a lot, but it is. and my lower back was really starting to suffer, and it was just taking my mind completely off of anything. So I was nice and close to that apex, not as close as I should have been. So I'm staying out left here, trying to cut in to the right, just letting off the throttle a little bit, but I'm braking into this corner, trying to stay left, coming out on this sort of exit. So I feel like that is a particularly good line. However, I'm not consistent with it, so I'm nice and tight left into here, early on the power. So you can hear the engine. I mean, the engine, alright, it's carrying 17 stone worth of Lado. And it's, you know, it's not as lively potentially on other people. So nice and tight into this corner. Again, not as tight as I should have been. It's so weird. This is pretty much the first time that I am watching this back, and I am realising now, which is actually a good thing, that I am nowhere near close enough to those apexes. I'm so far away from them. However, this is what the point is. It's that I'm not going to... If I was going to start off fantastic, I wouldn't need to then watch videos of myself. If I was just great to start off with, then I wouldn't be... I wouldn't be the man I am now. I would probably be further up and getting paid for it. So, yeah, we have to start somewhere. And, yeah, I'm just going to... So you can see me catching that guy, and that gave me a bit of false sense of hope, because the guy was actually slowing down. He was having a slow lap. I think I was having a bit of a slow lap as well. So, yeah, I was having a slow lap. Or it might be the next lap that I was having a slow lap. I should have the times up on the left-hand side for you for every time I go round, about what times I am getting on each lap. And, yeah, so it's just be probably coming in for my slow lap now, I believe. Yeah, I don't know why I'm letting go of the steering wheel. What are you doing? So, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is... Is this a... no, this isn't a slow lap. I don't know. I don't actually know. I should be looking at my lap times, because I do actually have the lap times here from each one. Oh yeah, no, I've definitely sort of slowed down here, because you could. My left arm was absolutely killing, because I was turning in too harshly on every corner. So you see me actually lean my left arm quite a lot of times whenever I'm turning right. Potentially not on this one, but on other times as well. And yeah. It really is sort of part and parcel of it, because I was just feeling so weak. I was just hoping that I was just getting decent lap times, because I was trying to take it a lot easier. But yeah, you kind of feel like, oh yeah, you know, this is my slow lap. This is definitely my slow lap here. Yeah, you can see me sort of like re-gripping the sort of steering wheel, getting my hands all nice and loose. Yep, shaking them off. I was not in a good way. I really don't want to start sort of using it as an excuse, but I was starting to hurt. I was really starting to hurt. And it's not even like... I wouldn't mind, but it's not even like... it's not even like I was going particularly fast. I was just sore from 2 days ago. And, yeah, so I really was just sort of, yeah, just getting my fucking fingers clicked. Just everything just to try and then go into it for the next lap. So... the next lap I do try to go into it a bit hard, and it doesn't last particularly very long. So yeah, sort of try and come into the straight. I probably did have the... I should have started from the final corner of the last lap, so that I can get that straight speed. So, I'm pretty sure I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to commentate to the camera. Why am I talking? Or maybe I'm just shouting that my back's hurting to myself. But yeah, Lado, no one can hear you. All we can hear is muffled noises. So yeah, I particularly with these lap times, they aren't the best. My best lap time was actually on lap 17. So I managed to get 19 laps in the 20 minutes. Which other people were actually managing to get 23 laps in that time, just because they were just so much faster. I feel like some of the fast laps that I was doing, potentially were getting because what my plan was, is I wasn't racing anyone, I just wanted clean air. So if someone was coming up behind me, I would just get out of their way. And I realise now that if that's the case, then it could have potentially ruined some of my faster laps that could have maybe got me back into the 53s. However, it was a full confidence thing. I was just not confident today. As soon as I started aching, that was it. It took my mind completely off of it. And you tend to push harder when you have competition, I've noticed. So I'm on my own. I'm only going off of myself. I'm trying to potentially find braking points on the left. So I'm starting to brake with the tyres, because that is a position that is permanently there. So that's never going to change. So if you use cones and things like that, that's going to change every time you come to the go-kart track. So I was going for different sort of main braking points here. Nice and tight onto that left. I'm quite happy with that one. But there are so many different lines that you can take that would be faster for different people. So for me, I could maybe make up time in the corners because I am heavier. However, it's coming out of the straight where I just lose it all, and I may be out of the way for other people, and yeah. But can I just say, like, it's fun. It's something that I want to do on a semi-regular basis, because I can only get better unless I injure myself. I can only get better, and that's the plan. You know, get better here, get better in gaming, and then who knows, maybe there'll be certain... Yeah, so yeah, I've moved completely out of the way here, letting this guy past, because I don't want to ruin their tap, and you know, generally they probably don't want to ruin mine, even though we're all just there to just get better lap times. So I think we actually agreed, so me, Hyper, and the two other guys that are on the track actually all sort of said, yeah, we're all really here for just sort of bettering our lap times, just trying to get it all kind of... It was semi-professional, to be fair, which was really weird. No one was racing. I think there was one point where Hyper was behind me for a little bit, but I was on a fast lap, and I really was not bothered about getting out of his way at that point, because it was like, sorry mate, I'm trying to do as best as I can. And then what I do is I actually follow him a bit later on as well. So yeah. Nice tight left-hander into there. However, I feel like trying to late apex on that corner is a mistake, because you go out way too wide, and yeah, you can get the exit, but I feel like that corner is tricky. That's my trickiest corner, apart from this one coming up. So at the end of the straight, this right-hander for me is quite tricky. I know some people can just let off a little bit and go round, but I get pushed all the way out. So not on that one, obviously, because I braked nice and early, because I thought that's what I should be doing, because I don't know if I'm doing better or worse, which is annoying. But now going into the next session, obviously I can see that I am. So that was actually a really good corner for me coming out of the final bend. Nice late apex on that final bend, just much faster and exit speed down the straight. So I was coming out wide here, trying to so it's a difficult corner for me. I can't grip my head around it. So yeah, it's just one of those. However, I am really liking this angle for actually analysis, like looking at what I'm doing, so I can see where my head's moving. I can see all the lines because it's my shoulder, so my shoulder isn't really moving. I think I'm letting Hyper through here. Yeah, so Hyper's gone through, mainly because I wanted to chase him, but the problem is that Hyper's really fast. I think this is probably one of our laps that Hyper actually did his fastest lap. So he did like a 50-second lap, whereas I'm on this session really only getting 54. So I'm averaging 4 seconds a lap slower, which when you think about it on a lap, it's just an eternity. And you just see people disappear, already gone around turn 2. However, I think oh, okay, yeah. So I've slowed down on this lap. You can see me sort of moving my back. My back's hurting. I am not in a good place potentially. maybe I should have left it a few more days before actually coming back. But if as well, it's kind of good because some of the laps I did get in, I did actually realise that some of the lines I was taking was a bit too slow, and yeah, so I just nice sort of easy lap, just really trying to get myself. And I think I realised that I need to put my foot down here for my next lap. So I've kind of come in and I've really sort of taken this corner nice late apex on this one, and I've got my foot down nice and early. So this, I believe, is my fastest lap. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't gone through them. I haven't counted what laps we're on. I haven't put the lap times on the left just yet because I'm commenting, which is actually kind of a bit of a schoolboy mistake. I should have put the lap times first, but I don't know. I fancy talking at the moment rather than later. So yeah, this could be potentially a good lap for me. It does look like it was a good start. However, my fastest lap was 54.2, so I am actually even slower, like half a second a lap slower than my best time around here. And it's just, but I feel like it's coming a lot better. So I've braked into this corner, which, looking at it now, I probably shouldn't really brake as much. I was braking too hard into some of them. This corner's flat out. And yeah, so if I late apex on this one, it's because I've kind of learnt, so kind of. I mean, I was nowhere near the apex, I will not lie. However, yeah, just trying my best, trying different lines to try and see which one I was going for. So yeah, I think, so I was letting someone go through, which ruined potentially my penultimate lap around here. Like I say again, I don't know which one's which. I do actually end the session earlier than everyone else, so you don't actually see the checkered line because, the checkered flag even, because my back is just really not in. I'm just not happy like how I'm sitting. It's just my lower back. It's just sliding every single time I move. Every single time I go around the right, every single time I go to the left, it just slides a little bit. I'm in that chair, like my ass is in that chair. My ass isn't moving. It's just my back. So you can see my arm coming across the steering wheel because I'm trying really hard to get that turned in. Whereas I think that's the point. I'm trying too hard. So now I'm leaning forward to try and see if I can potentially drive like this to help my back. But I think it's kind of a bit too little, too late, and I've come in and I've gone too early with the whole sort of thing. So yeah, it's just, I think this is probably it, where it's saying, my back, it's just, it's not happy, but it's just one of those things. I thought rocking backwards and forwards there like a complete idiot because my back seemed fine, the day afterwards and the morning of this, but it was more a case of that'll do. But who knows? Maybe that one was actually quite a fast lap because it was my third to last lap where I did get my best, and I'm just really kind of not happy with it. But if it was my third to last lap, then that would have been when I let that guy out of the way. However, I can't actually tell which one's which. Quality content from the Laddersaurus channel. So yeah, but that was just me in my cart even, and just trying to have fun while doing it. I'm shaking my head there saying I can't be doing this. However, the karting's good fun. You just got to remember just to go easy. Just go easy on yourself and your back and everything, because it's just not not fun if you're sore. Is it this lap that I come in? Yeah. I've had enough. My back's hurting, and I'll have to sort of leave it maybe a couple more weeks before I do actually come again, and hopefully I can record that as well and we can bring out some time. So this could potentially be a regular thing. If you're happy with this, if you're happy with the shakiness, maybe I could try and look into fixing how shaky it was. So the marshal's coming over to me wondering if I'm alright, if I've hurt myself, no, I was absolutely fine. It was just my back hurt. But yeah there was 20 seconds to go, ironically, so I could have actually seen the checkered flag. But yeah, my back was killing. Look at those shoes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video of me going around. If you obviously my racing line skills aren't the best. It's something that I do need to work on, and I can work on that virtually, weirdly enough. So I will try and I will try and improve, try and get my lap times down. I'm aiming for some 51s, 52s, and I'll be happy with that, and I'll just keep trying to be consistent. That's my point. I need to be consistent because my lap times are just not consistent. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, if you did, fantastic. Give us a like, subscribe if you want to, and whatnot. And I've been Ladosaurus, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.